Hi muckers and welcome back to my second channel. I hope you're all doing really well. It is currently, I think it's like 1 a.m. or like 2 a.m. or something like that, and I have spent the entire day, me and the dogs did really cool things earlier today. So we went to the dog park. Me and Dolly went for the first time, which for the first time in a while. We haven't been to the dog park in a while. I don't bring Bonnie to them because Bonnie just doesn't really get on with other dogs, but Dolly does. And me and a couple of my friends went with Dolly today, and it was really fun. There was a lot of dogs there. She had a great time. Then we went to the beach, so I just gave her a bath because she was soaking. So we got back quite late actually. So I was just doing my skincare, which is why I'm like glistening right now, and I had my hair in a hat all day, so this explains the look right now. And I'm making some noodles, and I've now kind of like gathered myself after like a day of being out all day, and I've been cleaning. I've have a bunch of things stored right here behind me. It normally doesn't look like this, but I'm just going through what I want to keep. And I have finally put up the Christmas tree. So the Christmas tree is right here behind me. I got a 6 foot one, and let me show, not the like dying real tree beside it. Let's ignore that. So I have, like I said, the traditional theme, what I was going for, which is, like the red, the gold, the green. I don't have a Christmas angel or anything like that, but yeah, this is an artificial tree. It actually looks quite real, and there's fake snow on it, and there is like chestnuts and stuff on it, which is like really cool, or like acorns or something like that. So I really, really, really love this tree. It's definitely my favorite one that I've ever had, which is great because again, like I said a couple days ago, if you're watching all these videos, I'm keeping all of my Christmas decorations from this year for like ever and ever. So the fact I love the tree makes me really excited. So I'm like sitting here and I feel like a child. I just got this new rug. It's like a brown rug. I just put it down. The animals were loving it. And I'm currently just sitting on this, and I'm like looking up at the Christmas tree, and it like brings you back to like a childlike state of just like bliss, doesn't it? And so I've been so happy ever since I put that up. But yeah, okay, I did want to update you. So I was saying about how I've been quite antisocial recently. Like I haven't really been going out, and I basically have been kind of keeping to myself a lot ever since coming back from New York. Normally that happens whenever I do a solo trip. I spend a lot of time with myself, and then I really like it, and I kind of indulge by, staying in a lot and like not talking to people. So yesterday, I forced myself to go out. It was one of my friend's birthdays, so we went to their house, and then like a little party, and then we went to the club. And if you're aware, I've been talking about the fact that I've been feeling really iffy about like clubbing recently, and again I go through waves with it. I can tell you that I was so nervous to go yesterday because I hadn't been to a club in like 3 or 4 weeks, and there's a huge group of young people now in Brighton that are even younger than me, that are like 17 and 18 and 19, that are like in the clubs now, because they're like starting uni or they're just moving or something like that. So it's like a whole different energy at the clubs now, and it's filled with like so much, like new excitement, which is great and fun for them. But it's quite overwhelming for me whenever I'm like going into that environment again, because it is a lot of energy, and that was only me like last year. Um, but you definitely, yeah, your perspective of going out and clubs and stuff. It's so weird whenever I'm in this state of like I'm I'm really being honest. I'm really in a state of like working on myself. Like I've been journaling a lot. I've been doing a lot of like self-care. I've been just spending a lot of time with the dogs, and all of that is just boiling down to the fact that I'm really enjoying my alone time. So whenever I go back into a state that's like a club or a party, I find myself just like critiquing things about it. Like whenever I was at the club yesterday, I was like, "Oh my god, it's like so loud in here." And I was like, oh my god, I'm like acting like a really old person. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm not even feeling like I want to drink alcohol. I'm like tasting too much vodka in this drink. And then I didn't want to drink, so I didn't drink. I had like one drink, and then it was so crazy. I was like, oh my god, and there's so many people. I have no space here. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that that's me who's saying that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like the club whore. I love the club, but whenever I go into a state of like just enjoying my own company, it's like the worst thing I can ever imagine being in is like that environment with like a lot of people, and it's crazy. And um I was journaling about it today, and I was basically saying about how I'm such an on or off person when it comes to things. Like I either love the club or I either hate the club. I either love going to parties with my friends or I hate them. I either love journaling or I fucking hate it. I either, love doing like my skincare and self-care and, I'm looking at what I'm eating and, exercising, and that's something that I've been loving as well. Like this is how I know that I'm like in a way like mentally regressing to what I did last winter. Last winter was really if I'm remembering correctly, or it's the winter before it, I went to the gym every day. If people follow me on social media, you'll remember I was like posting my things. Like I would do that every day. I'll be in a routine every day. I mean, the dogs will have like set things that we'll do, and I'll really be on my skincare, and I'll really be looking after myself. And I don't know if it just boils down to the conversation that we were having about, like winter depression or winter sadness, or if it's just like my body's on a clock of like ruthless, like reckless during the summer, and then once we're in the winter, it's almost like, okay, these are the hard months, so we're really gonna put the effort in. I think that may be it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a subconscious thing or like whatever. I wonder if any of the cats are around because I kind of want you to see them. I know that Tyler is currently on the sofa. I don't know if you'll be able to see him because it's quite dark. He's currently full on resting. He looks so adorable. I might have to shine the flashlight on him. Oh, my Ariana Grande starts playing. There he is on the sofa. So I've just put these new brown coverings on the sofa. So he's being really cute. I don't know where Milo or Gomez is right now. But yeah, he's looking cute anyway. They're nasty ass food right here. So yeah, that is where I'm at right now. I'm also in the process of what was I gonna say? I'm in the process of completely moving things around in my space. So I'm really moving things around in the living room, and I'm also really moving things around in my bedroom. And I don't know if any of you are like this as well. Let me know. But I've been like this since I was a child. If there's something that I get too comfortable with or too familiar with, I end up getting incredibly bored with it, and I need to make a change to keep myself inspired or to keep myself just like engaged. And for me, that's a layout of my stuff. So in my bedroom specifically, because I'm in there so much, if it gets too samey, like if that bookshelf has been there for 6 months now, it needs to be moved or else I'm going to hate my entire room. It's so weird. Like I really do kind of. So the living room right now, I'm moving around all the sofas. I'm moving around. I got new furniture. Like I'm changing out and swapping desks, and even the desks that I'm keeping, like I'm just putting them in a new location. Or there's a desk that I've now merged with a coffee table. The two old things that I had, where the coffee table's underneath and the table's on top, so it's like a double layer thing. And they're two things that I didn't want to see anymore because I'd seen them since I moved in, but now I love it because it's like a new table almost. And I wonder if people are like that, where it's like you like almost keeping yourself like visually stimulated by changing around the layout of your living space. I don't know if people are like it with big open areas or whether it is like your bedroom or something like that, but I'm definitely doing that right now and loving changing things up. And I wonder if anyone else feels like this, but whenever I do that with my apartment and I'm cleaning my apartment or I'm throwing things out or whatever, it's really weird because I'm in a weird in between of I want my apartment to look like it's decorated and not look like it's bare. However, the only time I feel that my apartment's clean is whenever it looks like I haven't moved any of my stuff in. Like I love when my kitchen has nothing in it. So it's just like or not bare cupboards, but bare worktops, and the sink has no dishes, and there's nothing just on the countertops or whatever. I love that. But I'm then in two ways about it because I want it to look like I've decorated and made an effort with my apartment, but then I particularly love whenever places are decorated with minimal things, because I think it looks very clean and very, I don't know, kept on top of in a way. The same way, like when you would go into a hotel, because I've been living out of hotels a lot of the past few years because I've been doing a lot of traveling. I've subconsciously started to associate the way hotels are laid out with comfort. So for bedrooms, that's not a lot of stuff in it. My bedroom is so sparsely decorated, and when my friends come over, they're like, "Damn, when are you gonna like decorate in here?" But it literally, there's a plant in there. There's tables. There's my TV. There's my computer. There's um my bedside tables which have lamps on them, and that's really it. I don't have anything in my room that, intensely decorated, and the reason is you don't find that in hotels, and I kind of like that minimal look, but then again, I'm in an in-between of like, I don't want people to think that I'm refusing to decorate or I have no decorating abilities, but then I'm also in the wavelength of I like whenever it looks like that hasn't been done. I don't know if anyone else understands what I'm saying or feels what I'm saying, but I'm trying to find a balance in this living area of decorated where people come in, they've know I made an effort, but also it's bare that I think it looks clean because I don't know. I wonder if anyone else understands what I mean by that. Or I sound incredibly weird with that. But yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think. I want to check on my food actually. So we're gonna come up here. I'm really excited for my food today because I've been out of the apartment, like I said, all day, so I haven't really had a chance to eat. Oh my god, this tripod's refusing to stand up. Okay, I know I'm in a weird angle right now, but my food is nowhere near done. My dishes that need done, which we're gonna ignore. But this wine rack that I just installed, of course I install it whenever I'm not in a period of wanting to drink alcohol, but maybe that's for the best because it's gonna last a long time now. One of my main things that I wanted whenever I moved into my apartment was, this sounds really weird, but I always wanted to have an alcohol station. Like a nice cabinet or something like that that displayed alcohol, or like a wine rack or something like that. I don't know, because I've always been obsessed with like watching like American TV shows that are like the Kardashians or something like that. To me, it screams fancy when someone has like a little table that their alcohol's on, or a place for their wine, or just one of those things. Like even in like American TV shows, again, a lot of my consumption of the world is through American media, but there's in like those like TV shows, like those like cool moms, like they have, it's like a little like cabinet, almost like moving cabinet, that you open it and there's alcohol, and on top of it there's alcohol, and it doesn't really get drank that much, but it's like the station for it. So I don't really drink alcohol that's not red wine anymore because I don't really enjoy drinking. So that for me was just going to be a waste of money. And I also don't have enough people over at my apartment to like fork that out, of like buying a bunch of alcohol that I'm not going to drink. So then I was, loving when I was in Paris. And this is what I like to do whenever I travel, is pick up different recipes or pick up different things that I like, or whether it's like the hotel, and kind of implement them in my day-to-day life. So for me, that was whenever I would go to a restaurant at night, I love French wine. And in Paris was really where my love of red wine and like wine culture, like wine with cheese and wine with bread, like all these different things, that all stemmed from Paris. Because your meal would always come with red wine, and I got accustomed to it and stuff because I thought it was disgusting at the start. So there's this specific cafe that I really like in Paris, and there's also one in Brighton as well. It's called like Le Pub or something like that, where you go into it and it feels very homey. It feels like you're just walking into like someone's kitchen, and there's like a wine rack, and it's just all the different bottles. And I always wanted to have one of them in my apartment, so I did an online wine order of a bunch of bottles and then a wine rack, and so that's there. And it's been in my apartment now for so long, and not one of the bottles has been touched because, again, I'm really not like enjoying drinking any form of alcohol, just because I just couldn't be bothered with like a hangover the next day. So I'm just like not drinking alcohol right now. Um, I mean, it's been there for so long now. All these bottles untouched, and I mean, it just looks really nice. And I'm kind of like, it took me 2 years, but I did get some sort of alcohol station set up. Um, so I'm proud of myself for that. And I wonder if there's anything for you that maybe would be from like traveling, or maybe would be like from your family or your friends or whatever like that, where you've seen something of theirs and you like it and you implement it in your living space. If there's anything like that, please let me know, because I know that people do this. And also, whenever I was at my friend's apartment in New York, um, they all, because they a bunch of roommates had a bunch of decorations of albums, where it was like an album that they liked from Lana Del Rey. And it was this online website where you could buy a canvas of that album and one of the songs playing. I will show you it. So whenever I went to New York, I loved my friend had this up. So whenever I came back, this was like last year, I got my own ones of the songs that I like. So there's ones where, the songs that they like, and my ones, now, oh my god, it's like pitch black outside, are of songs that I like. So I know that it's really dark, but like Britney Spears, Rina Sawayama, Miley Cyrus, Janet Jackson. Oh, this is really wonky. Janet Jackson, Bonnie Tyler. Also, someone sent this to my PO box. It's a really cute drawing. One of the first things I ever got my PO box, and I hope you know that I still display it very proudly. And it's one of my favorite things ever. Tyler is still really cute on the sofa. So, yes, if you have anything like that, please let me know. I love knowing what kind of things for people are their favorite little sections of their living space. For some people, that's a specific item in their living room. Maybe it's a certain coffee maker in their kitchen, or maybe it's like something as simple as like a spoon or something like that, or like a specific fork or plate. And stuff holds memories. And whether it's something in your place that holds a memory, or something that just you really like, and kind of makes you feel at home. I wonder what that is for you. And the reason, again, that this is all stemming from the conversation is because I'm sitting under a Christmas tree, which it doesn't have to be the same Christmas tree every year. It doesn't even have to be my Christmas tree. As long as I am near it and looking at it, it just feels so comforting. And I feel that that's probably something that a lot of people feel as well. But like, I just have to show you this again. Like, you know what I mean? Just like sitting in front of this and looking at this, like there's nothing like it. And I just think the innocence of Christmases of the past and stuff, I think I love it. I can smell, however, that my noodles are gonna be done very soon, so I'm gonna get up and get ready to eat them. I got the cat's little collars that have bells on them, so I can hear where they are at all times, and I know that they hate them. I think they're still getting used to them. I love it because I can tell where they are at all times. Um, I feel like if I got one for the dogs, it would be like ding 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 ding, ding every single second of the day, because they run wild. But the cats are a little bit more chill. But anyway, I love you. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm really enjoying doing these videos on my second channel every single day. Please let me know what that thing in your living place is for you. And yeah, I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.